Okay, time to battle more. Round 3 against hopefully a speedier match. Usually when games go long I just lose, so hopefully this red-black nonsense will crush him. I have a lot of spells in my hand, which could be good if he's on the Azorius plan. Or just like green-white Vant has like creatures to block and also things I can skullcrack. I still don't know about last match. I think I could have sideworded differently. Because if he has that much life gain, the games were going to go long. Maybe I'm just like bored in a bunch of simple legions or something. I'm not sure. It's something to look at. Hopefully this isn't the same stupid green, white, black deck. Hopefully it's just nonsense Golgari like I'm used to. Or Jund. Okay, that's fine too. Deathrite Shaman. So I will take the Rakdos Shredded Freak for Deathrite Shaman trade. I will. Obviously better if this is an Ash Zealot, but since I don't have an Ash Zealot, I'll take the trade. And this Madcap Skills is not the best anymore, since the Jund deck plays a lot of removal. And obviously he didn't trade as Deathrite Shaman. Lotleth Troll. Okay, so I'm just gonna Madcap Skills up my Shred Freak and go to town, since this is an extra 5 damage. He missed a land drop, but you know, so am I. Spark Trooper might be good against him, I'm not actually sure. I have a lot of spells in my hand I'm just not going to be able to cast anytime soon. Just gotta get rid of this card. Okay. Still can't regenerate his troll. Still is leaving it back to block. I don't know if I agree with that. If he discards 2 creature cards, like if he discards a Dragon Mangler and a Slither Head, I kind of get got, but he did that last turn, so I don't know why he would maybe just draw another creature instead of a land. Would I trade 2 creature cards in his hand for my Cackler and a large Lotleth Troll? If he makes his Lotleth Troll large, I might be able to stay out with Instinct later and kill him with it. So I think this is fine. I'm gonna call his bluff. Okay, it was a bluff. He just decided not to attack with it. Interesting. Nope, there's his third land. Thankfully come to play tapped. If he end of turns tries to gain some life, I'm gonna skullcrack him with a fur. Because that's the only creature in the graveyard, so you have to kill another creature in order to gain more life. That gives me time to draw Boros Charm, and also a land to cast Boros Charm. I honestly think his hand is just like Dreg Mangler, Vraska, Rakdos Return or something like that. Some large cards he's not really able to cast, but will really have a lot of impact on the game. And I do a Shred Freak. I'm just going to attack with this Cackler again. Oh, he can regenerate. That was stupid. just just throw away Cackler for no reason because I forget Troll can regenerate. That's funny. I'm pretty good at this game, guys. I don't know if you know. Kind of a big deal. So I gave him another creature to just use on his Deathrite Shaman. What? Why didn't he use his Deathrite Shaman? He just like got me. I'm leaving up in mana for Skullcrack and he didn't use his Deathrite Shaman. That sucks. I mean, I'm not gonna play creature. Actually, I probably should. Let's just play the Reckoner. There's another creature in my yard, so I'll get him with Skullcrack eventually. Hopefully I was able to have 3 in time. Boros Reckoner's pretty good against Lawless Troll too. Cast for red, red, red. Okay, so now it uses a Deathrite Shaman. Because, obviously. I wonder why he isn't attacking. I feel like he has enough leeway in order to attack now. I'm just gonna play Shred Freak and pass. Skullcrack is end of turn gain life thing. And then next turn I'll likely Trader's Instinct his Troll and a swing for, what's that, 4, 5, 6, 7? And he's at 6, so he gains 2, he'll be at 8, and put him at 1. So hopefully he plays a bigger creature. And also attacks. I could draw Boros Charm too, or another... I can't really draw Boros Charm because I still don't have a white mana. Is my Rakdos Shred Freak resolving? Am I connected to this game? I have no attacks. That actually feels pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. We're both mana screwed so much. Though he has way more cards in his hand than I do. It's another Olive Troll? Okay. So he has no regeneration mana. Ooh, I can Spark Trooper. I think Spark Trooper is the play. Since it's 7 power on the board, 6 plus 1. And then I can swing with everything. And still have Trader's Instinct next turn. So if he blocks here and blocks here, he takes 6, and both his Lawless Trolls die. And my board's clear at that point, though. But he goes to 1 or 2. That's pretty good. So if he plays another creature, okay, he's discarding multiple cards. Which is good, because now I can steal a Trader's Instinct and kill him with it. There's a lot of creature cards. Hellhole Flare? In Jund? That's so strange. Okay, so this is going to be a 6/3 Trampler, and he has no reason not to swing all out here. Other than the Trader's Instinct he doesn't know I have. This is a strange version of Jund. He's just playing like Creature Jund with some removal and Desecration Demons. Usually the Civic Saber Junds are all... Okay, this doesn't kill me, so he's dead, if he attacks. Okay, he's gaining life, equips, quick Civic Saber, swing for 10. It's a 2-turn clock. Okay, you're dead. Let's go to sideboarding. So against Nonsense Jund. Madcap skills actually seem pretty good. Even though he has a bunch of spot removal, he also has a bunch of lava trolls that I can't get past otherwise. So I'm gonna board out the skull cracks for those. I don't think you can board out Boros Charm. That card's just too good. Firefish Striker might be worth it. Instead of like Spark Troopers, I'll take out a Foundry Street Denizen since they're not very good. Actually, Foundry Denizen is pretty bad on the draw against Jund. A Spark Trooper. There's nothing I can play that gets rid of Desecration Demon. So maybe I just board in like a Symbol of Legion or more Spark Troopers. So I want to try the patented 3 Spark Trooper, 0 Foundry Denizens. I could take out a Cackler for another Spark Trooper. Since I'm on the draw, I don't think 1-drops are that great. Cackler's definitely miles better than Foundry Denizen, though. Maybe I'll just take out a Madcap Skills, play a Spark Trooper. Actually, I think if he's winning a race, he's just going to win the race, so maybe I don't want that many Spark Troopers. I don't think Symbol of Legion is the matchup I want. This is not the matchup I want a Symbol of Legion in. I think it's just too slow. It can sacrifice creatures to Desecration Demon, but then Lava Troll kills me because it has Trample. It does get better over time, though. But he'll most likely have Golgari Charm now, which kills enchantments, so probably not worth it overall. And since it's a 5-drop, it's going to be stuck in my hand, so I'll discard it to Rakdos Return for sure. If it goes to game 3, I might board out Spark Troopers for a Symbol of Legion. I'm just trying out Spark Trooper right now. I really like the art on this card. I wonder why they didn't make any Flamekin. Like in the old Ravnica, they had like Flamekin Zealot, Flamekin Trooper or something, Flamekin Bombardier, and then they made Flamekin that wasn't hyphenated in Lorwyn, like immediately after Ravnica. Or it was after Time Swirl actually, and they just like haven't mentioned Flamekin on Ravnica, which is kind of weird. Spark Trooper seems like it should be a Flamekin, even though it's a Lightning, I guess. It's more Flamekin than it is Ball Lightning. It's Ravnican. I don't remember Boros having any electric theme. They were all like holy fire and nonsense. This hand is... I guess I'll keep it. It's too land heavy, but the Boros, or the Guild Mage, makes it much better. So does Ash Zealot. So if he plays Lawless Troll, I'm just going to attack with Shred Freak. If he plays anything else, I'm going to Ash Zealot. I hope this game goes quickly so I can watch the Pro Tour finals. I was cheering for Eric Froelich, but he did not make it. I really liked Domri or Domri Raid, or however you say it. The 3-mana planeswalker that fights things and draws cards. I think it's a really sweet card. It's like Aggresso Jace Bellerin, but is also removal. It like just crushes control if you're playing creature versus control. Honestly, the reason I'm not playing Domri Raid today is probably because I don't have 4 Stomping Grounds, I only have like 2. So I wanted to try some sort of Naya shell, but it's not gonna work if I think if I play Boros Reckoner, I'm just gonna play Shred Freak. I think Shred Freak's better than Reckoner right now. On the basis of that, Shred Freak gets in for 2 right now, whereas Reckoner is always gonna get in for 3. Like he missed a line drop. Yeah, you missed a line drop. Okay. Still no land? Still attacking with that. I'm just gonna Spark Trooper him. That gets me closer to killing him with Trader's Instinct, which is the goal here. He might have a ton of creatures in hand, but I'm still gonna attack with Shred Freak because that makes my instinct better. His Lawless Trolloping Trample is very good for me. Okay, so he's at 8 now. Finally drew a third land. I wish I had another dual land. Then I could play and activate Guildmage in the same turn. So he's gaining life, playing around the Skullcracks I took out of my deck. I like Skullcrack in the main board a little bit, just because it does get Thresh on and such, but it's not worth keeping in against them, because I think there's cards that are better suited for that purpose. You just Dreadboring my creature. Okay, so Reckoner, Guildmage. Best part about Reckoner is you can't Mizzy Mortars it. Well, you can, but I get to 4 you. So I think the best case scenario is if he taps off a Dragmangler and attacks with it. But it's unlikely to happen. Probably just gonna Abrupt Decay my Reckoner. Yep. And that is in fact what happened. Puts him outside of green mana to attack or to activate Deathrite Shaman though. I think I'll just make a soldier and attack with it. I don't want to trade my Guildmage off for a troll, even though troll is a big deal. Like I don't want him to. My Guildmage is a little better. Otherwise, I would just play the Reckoner. I'm making a soldier here because I want to use all my mana. And if he blocks the soldier token, he'd have to discard a card. Because he doesn't have black mana up to regenerate currently. Hopefully that'll make his troll a little bigger, so when I trade his instinct hit, it just kills him. I can't afford not to attack, because the Shaman will just keep getting life. It's a very annoying card. I don't remember if I boarded in the Mortars or not. I don't think I did. I think I just boarded in Madcap Skills, which I would love to have here. Because if I put it on Guildmage, I would actually just attack there. Then he'd have to double block, and then I'd get to kill his troll, because it's 5 damage. There's no way he discards 6 creature cards. Or 5 creature cards. He only has 4 cards in hand. And if this lives, it gets bigger next turn when I can pump it. I guess I could just block with the Shaman. I actually didn't think about that at all. Because I'm not worried about the troll at all. Yep, that's kind of stupid. Okay, thankfully, my bad attack got a bad block out of him. And he's just going to discard a card for free. I don't know why I can't understand how blocking works. This is like the second or third time I've made this mistake today. Blocking is just too hard. Desecration Demon? That's the only thing I could think of on 4. Key Rune's a big deal. Gain life with the Shaman. Now that he's paranoid about Skullcrack, it's actually sweet because he can't block with it. Okay, my choices are Trader's Instinct this, swing for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Put him to 4 or 3. He gains 2 and goes to like 5. And then I have to play Fair Game from there with a Reckoner and Zealot next turn. Or I can play Reckoner and Zealot this turn And they'll have Keyrune open, but I'll have 2 more creatures in play. Okay, so the Reckoner Zealot plan's probably better. This is a little more loose to Mizzy Mortars, though, which is why I'm not a huge fan of it. But I think he would have Mortars my Guild Mage a long time ago if he had it. Why didn't he block with Death Ray Shaman last turn? Like, what 1 mana red spell could I have had that would have killed it? Electrickery? So he tapped out of red mana. So he can't actually Keyrune now, unless he's a land. Okay. So he could have Abrupt Decay here. It's the only thing that makes sense. Abrupt Decay my Sunhome Guildmage. Oh, he doesn't have anything. He's just at 3. Okay. That seemed foolish then. You could have just like Dreadboard my guy and then left up in Keyrune, right? 2 mana, 2 mana? Yeah, you had enough mana. I think he's playing around Skullcrack over aggressively. Like, it's fine if you play around Skullcrack, but not to this extent. This is just ridiculous. Okay, so Madcap skills on this should kill him. Because he takes 5, or he... Like, you can't block both of these, so... He either blocks each of these and takes 5, or he double blocks this, and I pump all my creatures and he takes 6. Or, yeah. Since I don't think there's a 1 mana trick in the format. He's just dead. I'll even order the troll first, so I ensure that he regenerates it. Actually, I can't do that. I have to just pump. Okay. So what am I, 2-1 now? So going to the first block daily with a positive record, I need to win the next one for it to be worth it. So be right back.